Bobby Uhrig. Let me tell you about one of the greatest lures, topwater lures, to come along since the jitterbug. It's called Cavitron Buzzbait. This bait is absolutely amazing. It's made from quality components, and it can be fished at just about any lake in the country and catch giant largemouth bass. There are certain baits that catch giant fish, and let me tell you, topwater fishing with a buzzbait is second to none. You catch really good bass on there, and what it does is it is a search bait too. What you can do is you can go out early in the morning and search an area and cover a lot of water really quickly with a buzzbait. And what you do from there is once you start to locate these bass, then you start slowing down and fishing for them. That buzzbait right there is absolutely amazing. It mimics a bait fish darting across the water. It can be fished over flats of weeds. It can be fished in open water. It can be fished, up and around stumps. You can even pull these through brush piles. They're pretty much weedless. It will, if you're in real heavy muck, you'll get some in the crop, and all you got to do is give it a little spin, and it'll, clear the bait there. But the Cavitron Buzzbait is different than every other buzzbait. What we do is we use, like I said, top quality components. We have an arm that we designed that runs deeper in the water. It has like a little bend down here, and it runs deeper in the water. Now, when a bass or any other predatory fish attack a topwater, they come up to the surface, and if it's closer to the surface, they will suck more air than water. And what they do is they'll grab the bait and they'll bring it back down, and they'll open their mouth for a split second just to release the air in their mouth. And that's when 99% of the anglers go to set the hook, and that bait comes flying out of their mouth, and you missed a fish. Now with the Cavitron, it runs a little bit deeper in the water, so they suck more water than air, creates more of a vacuum. They're hitting it almost like a spinner bait. So what happens there, they don't have to open their mouths, they turn with that bait, and that's when the angler sets the hook, and they'll just catch them. Now this bait also, this is our black on black model. Black blade, we have a patented blade here. We punch holes in it so that when it slaps the water, it creates like a fountain effect, and it'll also create bubbles. I mean, a lot of action there. We anodize our blades. We don't paint them, because when you paint the blade, you actually muffle the sound. We want a nice squealy, squeaky sound to attract those fish. So right out of the package, they make a lot of noise, they run true. I'm just gonna pull this skirt off of here and show you something pretty cool. Okay, this head is hydrodynamically balanced. Most buzzbait heads are designed like spinnerbait heads. They're hydrodynamic, and they go through the water, which means they sink. Okay, we don't want that to really happen. We want it to plane as soon as it hits the water. So it's got a flat bottom here. As soon as it hits the water, it raises up to the surface. Otherwise, if you throw a buzzbait out past a stump, you'll actually bring it past the stump or the strike zone before it surfaces. So you don't want to waste a lot of time and energy casting, trying to get that bait up real quick. We also use Gamakatsu hooks on all of our baits. So here it's set back further than any other buzzbait, and what that does, it basically eliminates the need for the trailer hook. If you look here, we can see that it has a keel. Okay, one of the properties of single-bladed buzzbaits is they have a tendency to roll to one side. Okay, it's not like the counter-rotating dual-bladed buzzbaits that keep it straight. So what happens is that it's like a keel of a boat. As soon as it hits the water, instead of rolling, it straightens it out, keeps it running nice and straight. Like I said, these come in all kinds of fish-catching colors. Our colors aren't really, they're really not expansive like plastic bait colors, all kinds of different colors. Colors we use, black, low light conditions. We use our whites, okay? You can use them any time of day. Our chartreuse and whites when the water is stained. We also have a ghost minnow that is used for clear water. Okay, so there's certain buzz baits that you use at certain times of the day. Okay, the difference also is we have different sizes. Okay, this is the 3/8. It has a big blade on it. When I use this, I use it when the water's real choppy. Okay, it's easier for the bass to find the buzz bait with a bigger blade. It's making a lot more commotion. Okay, on the 1/4 ounce size is I use when there's not a real lot of chop on the water, and they can easily find it. But we also have an 1/8 ounce with a real small blade on it, so when there's like the lake is like a sheet of glass, there's no wind in it whatsoever. Okay, you can throw that out there and it acts like a little skittering bait fish, and those bass just come up and they slurp them. But Cavitron Buzzbaits, these are the premier buzz baits. Everybody knows what they are. They're the most well-known buzz baits in the country. So go out and get yourself some Cavitron buzz baits. Have a great day on the water. You can buy them at Cabela's. You can buy them at Dick's Sporting Goods, local tackle shops all over the country. Have a great day. I'm Bobby Uhrig. Take care.